So one of the most common questions that people ask pretty early on in the process when they're thinking about a new shop is how much product should they put in their shop? Times have changed, and in fact the volumes of product which go in shops are less, than they used to be in general because of the internet and different, ways to sell product. But it is still such an important thing to get right. And the key parameter that you need to consider when you are thinking about how much product should I put in my shop is not total number of options, total number of pieces. It is the options per square meter. It is the density of display, which is absolutely key. And options per square meter is important because it absolutely dictates whether you will make enough money from your shop, to actually survive and for it to flourish. So let's look at a few of these kind of parameters and what they mean. In terms of, how much money you need to make from this shop, you're looking at pounds or euros per square meter. That's what you need to generate to actually, be viable. And that will be defined through a combination of options per square meter and the value of those options. So that is option value per square meter and rate of sale. Really important to understand this, that shops make money in 4 dimensions. It is the 3 dimensions of space, and we talk about these options per square meter, but it's time, it's rate of sale, how quickly you sell through these blocks of space. And so option density is an analytical tool, but it's also actually a very emotional tool. And if you get it wrong, you won't make money. If you don't have the correct options per square meter, let's say you don't have enough options per square meter, option value per square meter, it doesn't matter how well you sell, you'll never generate enough income to get to the pounds per square meter you require. But equally, if you have a density which is too high, it then actually can become difficult for customers to shop. Shops become crowded, full of product, confusing. They deter customers. They don't want to come in and shop with you. So it isn't simply a matter of putting more and more, option volume per square meter in, because you do get to a point where you will deter shoppers. So it's about hitting that sweet spot of options per square meter, which equates to the option value per square meter, which creates enough interest for the customers, so it looks as though there's some products in here which will be interesting. They can shop easily, products can be displayed in an attractive way. So that's the sweet spot. It doesn't need to be dull and boring and unable to generate enough income per square meter, and it doesn't want to be too full that it actually deters people from buying. So this is the key equation that you need to think about to get your pounds or your dollars or your euros per square meter. It's about that crucial options per square meter and the rate of sale. How quickly you're going to sell products in this shopping environment so that you can actually make a viable shop. That's the nuts and bolts, that's the key parameter. And in the next newsletter and step, we'll look at the more nuanced kind of variables, which actually, depending on what you sell, what price point, how big a shop, how much people tend to buy at once, all of these different variables, so that you can arrive at a figure. And that's what you need, a key figure, accurate for you, of the number of options per square meter that you need to display inside your shop.